Africa is a continent rich in history and enigma, a land of endless wonders where each discovery holds the potential to amaze or unsettle. While many findings captivate and intrigue, some are so bizarre and eerie that they seem ripped straight from a horror movie. From ancient mysteries to baffling phenomena, join us as we explore 20 unsettling discoveries in Africa that continue to defy explanation. Number 20. Sky Blue Stone. In 1990, a miner in Sierra Leone stumbled across a highly anomalous stone unlike any seen before. Angelo Petwan was exploring West Africa when he uncovered a gemstone with a vibrant sky blue color. After carbon dating tests, the curious rock was determined to have meteorically fallen to Earth between 11,000 and 18,000 years ago. But most remarkably, lab analysis revealed the composition of the sky blue stone was pure oxygen. This oxygen-rich makeup comprised 77% of the gem, along with traces of carbon, silicon, calcium, and sodium. No terrestrial processes are known to produce such an exotic creation. The mysterious sky stone seemed artificial, but there were no indications it was manufactured. It was excavated from geological strata dating back over 10,000 years, long before any civilization could have synthesized it. Astounded by the paradoxical sky blue stone, geologists and gemologists scrambled to study it, but with only tiny samples available, its origins and means of formation remain shrouded in mystery. Maybe an old and intelligent civilization made it a long time ago with technologies that we do not understand yet, or maybe it was formed by itself in nature due to some unknown geological process. The mysterious composition defies all conventional terrestrial minerals. Its discovery in an ancient layer of rock implies that the stone arrived before humans existed. This seemingly impossible combination of features has confounded experts for decades. While we can admire its aesthetic beauty, humankind may never fully unravel the obscure origins of Pitone's sky blue stone. Number 19. Mysterious metal monolith. Mysterious monoliths, straight out of a sci-fi movie, have been popping up around the world, evoking intrigue and speculation. It all started in August 2020, when a helicopter pilot spotted a shiny metal structure embedded in the rocky Utah desert, a 3.5-meter-tall metallic rectangle that seemed otherworldly. Hikers later stumbled upon this strange object, and viral photos quickly spread online. People couldn't help but draw comparisons to the ominous alien monoliths in Arthur C. Clarke and Stanley Kubrick's 1968 epic 2001, A Space Odyssey, which influenced human evolution in cryptic ways. Copycat monoliths soon appeared in random spots across Europe and Asia, from the Netherlands to India. Each sparkling pillar provoked conspiracy theories about its sudden appearance. But it was a monolith in the Congo in February 2021 that caused the most commotion. Unlike the curious Europeans, Congolese locals reacted with fear and suspicion. To them, this 3.5-meter-tall structure marked the intrusion of dark, potentially evil forces into their community. Their strong superstitions led the city to protect the monolith until its purpose could be determined. In a bizarre twist, the Congo monolith was set ablaze by an angry mob. Hollow inside, like an optical illusion, the only clues left behind were its metal exterior, neatly wrapped around an empty frame, still concealing any concrete answers about its builder or purpose. Number 18. The Dendera light. Among the many hieroglyphs and reliefs carved into ancient Egyptian structures, one cryptic image adorning a temple wall has ignited fierce debate. The Dendera light depicts an odd bulb-like object extending from a sacred jade pillar. Some fringe theorists believe this represents an electrical light bulb, suggesting ancient Egyptians had advanced energy technology. But mainstream Egyptologists argue it has a more esoteric meaning. The controversial image appears in the Hathor Temple at Dendera, along the Nile River, south of Cairo. The temple was built during the Ptolemaic dynasty in the 1st century BC. The scene shows figures gesturing toward the jade pillar with the bulbous object at its peak. Beneath it appears an arc over the top of a lotus flower shape, resembling a wire and lamp, hence the interpretation by some that this depicts an electrical lighting setup, harnessing the jade pillar as a conduit to channel energy. However, this notion of ancient electrification lacks credible evidence. Mainstream Egyptology contends the carving bears cryptic religious significance instead. The jade pillar symbolized stability for Egyptians, and the bulbous apex represented the sun disk, an icon of the sun god Ra. Given the temple's dedication to the sky goddess Hathor, the image likely carried astrotheological meaning, not technical. Number 17. The Skeleton Coast. Along the Atlantic shoreline of Namibia lies a treacherous realm known as the Skeleton Coast. Harsh winds, perilous seas, and scorching heat make this stretch of the African coastline one of the most inhospitable places on Earth. The seemingly endless beach is littered with shipwrecks, whale bones, and the bleached skeletons of seals, giving rise to its grim moniker. Dangerous surf, rocky shores, and dense coastal fogs have caused countless seafaring accidents along the skeleton coast. Before modern navigation, the heaving sea made launching boats nearly impossible, and the featureless desert offered no succor for those wrecked ashore. Ghostly remnants of beached ships still litter the sand, with rusted hulls disintegrating in the corrosive salt air. The arid conditions also preserve mammal remains for years. Seal colonies frequent the offshore islands, where thousands of older seals eventually crawl onshore to die. Their bodies dry and decay on the beach, leaving gruesome scenes of clustered bones. Massive whale skeletons also wash up after dying offshore, creating an elephant graveyard that feeds scavenging jackals and hyenas. Number 16. The Crazy Beast. In the wilds of Madagascar, a land of mystery and wonder, there once roamed a creature so bizarre and unique that it has been dubbed the Crazy Beast. This strange mammal lived millions of years ago during the late Cretaceous period, and its remains were only recently discovered. It was first discovered in 1999 by fossil collectors. The skull of the animal was found in sediments dating back over 66 million years. The skull showed that the animal was a mammal, but it had some strange dental features that had never been seen before. More pieces of the skeleton were found in 2010. Allowing scientists to learn more about the animal. They found that the Crazy Beast was about the size of a badger, with a long, narrow body and short legs. The animal also had a distinctive skull with a short snout and a large number of holes in the front. The scientists who studied the Crazy Beast believed that the animal was a burrowing mammal. The holes in the skull suggest that the Crazy Beast had a good sense of smell, which would have been helpful for finding food underground. The short legs and long body also suggest that the Crazy Beast was well adapted for digging. Scientists officially named the Crazy Beast Adalatherium hui. The name Adalatherium comes from the Malagasy word adala, which means crazy, and the Greek word therion, which means beast. This name is a fitting description of this bizarre and fascinating mammal. Now it's time for today's topic. Wildlife officials in Tanzania's Selous Game Reserve have stumbled upon something truly unbelievable: the decaying remains of a creature that does not match any known species. The discovery, made deep within a restricted conservation zone, was first reported by National Geographic researchers conducting a survey on large predator populations. What they found was a massive reptilian-like body, covered in hardened scales, with an elongated skull and serrated teeth. The remains appeared partially decomposed, but initial analysis suggests the creature was several meters long, resembling a prehistoric predator. Some speculate it could be an unknown species of monitor lizard or crocodilian, while others suggest it might be something never seen before. Authorities have restricted access to the site, and scientists from multiple international organizations have been called in for further study. Could this be evidence of an undiscovered species, or is it simply a malformed animal? As photos began circulating online, skeptics claim the discovery is a hoax or elaborate prop. However, National Geographic has yet to release an official statement, leaving the world to wonder, what did they really find in the African wilderness? Number 15. Homo naledi. What could be more amazing than discovering a whole new ancient human species? These kinds of discoveries have the power to change our understanding of ourselves and our origins. In 2013, a team of explorers and scientists ventured into the dark chambers of a cave located in the cradle of humankind in South Africa. They found a remarkable collection of bones belonging to a new species of ancient human relative named Homo naledi. This humanoid species lived between 236,000 and 335,000 years ago, sharing the world with our ancestors. But naledi presents a mix of perplexing human and primitive features that contradict previous assumptions about human evolution. The skull shows a small brain volume of just 500 and 610 cubic centimeters, comparable to chimpanzees. This suggests limited cognition, yet naledi's wrist and hand bones were specialized for precision gripping, indicating they could have created and used tools. Their shoulders were also modern-like, adapted for reaching above the head. But curiously, their fingers were curved, suitable for climbing trees like apes. The more puzzling scenario is how these humanoids reached such remote depths inside the cave system. Accessing the chamber requires squeezing through a narrow shaft called the Chute of Death. This would have been nearly impossible for a primitive species to navigate intentionally. Did naledi victims fall in by accident? Were they placed there ritualistically by more advanced humans? Without clues, their origins remain a mystery for anthropologists. These aberrant ancestors present more questions than answers, but unlocking their secrets promises to elucidate the patchwork evolution of humans in deep time. Number 14. Desert fairy circles. Dotting the arid grasslands of Namibia are baffling barren patches of land, appearing as perfect circles ranging from 2 to 20 meters across. These bizarre formations are known as fairy circles. Viewed from the air, The Namib grasslands are pockmarked for over 1,800 kilometers with these enigmatic features. For decades, the cryptic circles have incited debate and wonderment among ecologists. So far, no consensus has emerged on what underlying mechanisms might sculpt these elaborate patterns in the harsh desert landscape. One long-standing hypothesis is that it's the work of termites. To most efficiently access water, the circular barrens concentrate rainfall runoff toward their edges, benefiting bordering vegetation. However, the termite theory fails to account for larger circles reaching diameters over 20 meters. Alternative explanations like plant competition, gas diffusion, and radioactive elements have also proven unsatisfactory. The mystery only deepens when assessing the life cycle of fairy circles. The round gaps persist for 24 to 77 years before grasses recolonize them again. What triggers this rhythmic cycle of die-off and regrowth remains unknown. Number 13. Hidden chamber in the Great Pyramid. Constructed over 4,500 years ago, the Great Pyramid of Giza astonished the ancient world as the tallest structure on Earth, and it continues captivating people today with its astronomical alignments and ingenious architecture. Now, an emerging mystery promises to further excite pyramid devotees, the possibility of a hidden void deep within its enigmatic depths. In 2017, an international team used subatomic particles called muons to scan the Great Pyramid for concealed hollows and chambers. These particles penetrate hundreds of feet through the stone. Astoundingly, their scans revealed a large, previously unknown space inside the Great Pyramid, measuring over 30 meters long. What might this lengthy void contain? Most likely nothing, say archaeologists. All pharaoh burial chambers and passages have already been documented. Any artifacts would have been looted long ago. But even an empty space highlights the hidden complexity within Khufu's monumental tomb. Alternative theorists conjecture more radically, suggesting the chamber harbors an occult purpose. Some speculate it houses the mythical Hall of Records, containing esoteric knowledge from Atlantis. Others propose it conceals an alien machine or interdimensional portal. But no scientific evidence supports such conjecture. While the true nature and purpose of the hidden void remain uncertain, it exemplifies our eternal fascination with Egyptian mysteries. Non-invasive scanning offers hope of unveiling further secrets within the Great Pyramid without damaging the ancient wonder. Each revelation takes us deeper into the minds of the progenitors of civilization itself. Number 12. Ancient stone tools. Long before the invention of computers, cars, or even fire, our ancient ancestors used simple stones to shape their world. By crafting these stones into choppers and cutters, they embarked on a technological adventure that has never stopped. Across Africa, the cradle of humanity, archaeologists have unearthed some of the earliest traces of these old whinstone tools, dating back millions of years. Their ingenuity reveals the spark of creativity that ignited in our early hominin kin. On the shores of Lake Turkana in Kenya, archaeological sites have witnessed some of the oldest acts of toolmaking ever recorded. Lomiki 3 on the West Bank has exposed tools from 3.3 million years ago. These tools include hammerstones, cores, and flakes that were cleverly knapped to create sharp edges for cutting, scraping, and smashing. Made from lavas, quartzite, and chert, they show that hominins chose their materials carefully based on their quality and function. Some stones still fit snugly in the hand for use. The site also harbors fossil teeth belonging to Paranthropus, an extinct cousin of humans with a massive jaw and teeth. Paranthropus may have been the maker or user of the tools, or at least shared the landscape with them. Number 11. The marvelous baobab tree. Have you seen a tree with superpowers? Yes, you heard right. It may sound weird, but the baobab tree is a real superhero among trees. Known to have existed since the time of the dinosaurs, over 200 million years ago, this amazing plant endures where few others can. Baobab trees can live to become thousands of years old. The oldest on record was the Panka baobab in Zimbabwe, which lived to be a venerable 2,450 years old. Dotting the arid African savannas is one of the most iconic and useful trees on the planet, the baobab. This colossal plant has endured for millions of years and provided sustenance for tribes since time immemorial. With a stupendously thick trunk, up to 30 meters around, it resembles an enormous vegetable planted upside down by giants. The baobab's expansive trunk consists of 50% water, enabling it to endure harsh drought conditions. Even the biggest baobabs can regrow after standing leafless for decades when rainfall returns. The spongy wood acts as a moisture reservoir, soaking up every drop of rain to sustain it through lengthy dry spells. Leaves are shed during prolonged aridity and regrown when conditions improve. But the baobab is far more than just a massive moisture tank. Its edible leaves are a staple vegetable crop. The tart fruit contains 6 times the vitamin C of oranges. Its bark yields sturdy fiber for cloth and rope. Even the seeds produce cooking oil. As a food, water, and material source in often inhospitable environments. The baobab rightly deserves its moniker as the tree of life. Number 10. Hexagonal diamonds. When an asteroid struck South Africa 2.9 billion years ago, it left more than just a colossal impact crater. Blast debris scattered across the region contained a bewildering version of one of Earth's most coveted stones, hexagonal diamonds. These natural gems display a beautifully strange six-sided symmetry, unseen in conventional diamonds. In 2018, researchers confirmed these geometric diamonds came from space, not any earthly process. Chemical analysis revealed they contain osbornite, a mineral uniquely known to form in carbon-rich meteorites. The hexagonal diamonds likely crystallized within a dwarf planet in our solar system's youth, before an epic collision 4.5 billion years ago hurled them through space. Surviving the interplanetary journey, fragments of the splintered dwarf planet rained down on South Africa. The hex diamonds within survived fiery entry through Earth's atmosphere. While standard diamonds form under high pressure deep underground, these extraordinary space diamonds exhibit shapes indicative of rapid crystal growth. Only very small samples of the hexagonal diamonds have been studied, but larger specimens may await discovery. Already, their alien origins are proving that diamond formation isn't restricted to Earth. Further scrutiny of their cosmic chemistry promises insight into the chaotic beginnings of our solar system, when worlds were pulverized into gems strewn across the galaxy. Number 9. Madagascar's stone forest. Madagascar is a wonderland of nature, where you can encounter exotic animals like lemurs and chameleons that are found only on this island. But the beauty of Madagascar is not limited to its living creatures. It also boasts stunning geological features that defy imagination. In the dry southwest region, you can witness a majestic jungle, a forest of stone, where towering rock pinnacles rise from the ground like giant needles. A unique and surreal landscape that will take your breath away. These limestone pinnacles emerged over millions of years, carved by persistent water erosion in the semi-arid climate. The dissolved limestone shaped jagged blades of rock and complexes stretching 70 meters tall. From a distance, the graystone clusters indeed resemble petrified trees, but up close they cut a much more ominous figure. The stone forest has thin canyons and sharp rocks that look twisted and rough. The sharp maze is a safe place for rare animals that live only here. Big birds and lemurs used to live here too, but they are gone now. Some people say there is gold and jewels hidden in the dangerous maze. Walking in the stone forest is very risky because the paths are confusing and the rocks are pointy. The dangers keep people away, which helps protect the animals and plants here. But there are still problems because people are using more land and digging for minerals near the forest. Like the rest of Madagascar's nature, the stone forest may not last long. Number 8. Diamond Rush. The sparkling discovery of a potential diamond deposit sent South African prospectors into a frenzy. On June 2021, cattle herder Erasmus Jacobs happened upon an unusual shiny stone in an open felt just outside Kwalathi village in KwaZulu-Natal province. Thinking it a diamond crystal, Jacobs alerted villagers, and a full-scale diamond rush was soon underway. As word spread, over 1,000 fortune seekers flooded into the remote grasslands searching for more gems. Tent cities popped up with people digging day and night hoping to strike it rich. The chaos also attracted get-rich-quick scammers and diamond dealers seeking buyers with limited resources. The government struggled to contain the free-for-all. Geologists finally tested samples of the diamonds and found they were actually quartz crystals, which appear superficially similar but lack comparable monetary value. Still, many locals refused to accept the science, having witnessed fellow diggers unearthing handfuls of the radiant stones. One man claimed to have sold a handful for around $70,000 to a diamond trader. Number 7. Oldest African dinosaur. This discovery is for Jurassic Park fans. Africa holds the distinction of bearing the earliest known dinosaur on the continent. Discovered in northern Zimbabwe, this diminutive dinosaur would have roamed the supercontinent Pangaea during the early Triassic period, over 230 million years ago. Named Mbaerosaurus rosorum, it provides a pivotal new glimpse into the dawn of the dinosaurs in the land where our own species eventually evolved. Unearthed in 2017, the ancient dinosaur was identified from a nearly complete set of fossilized bones. Embryosaurus measured around 2 meters long and only 30 centimeters tall at the hips. Though small, even by dinosaur standards, it was likely the apex predator of its ecosystem. Evolved features like its elongated musculature indicate it was surprisingly agile for its size. Paleontologists classify Mbaerosaurus as a sauropodomorph, belonging to the same lineage as the massive long-necked sauropods that later arose. But its trait of walking on 2 legs, like its contemporary Neosaurus from Tanzania, set it apart from the later quadrupedal sauropods. These bipedal protosauropods gave rise to the 2-legged action of the swift theropods, like Velociraptor and T. rex. Number 6. Nubian stone tablets. In the Nile Valley, northeast of Khartoum, lie the ruins of a great civilization lost to history, the Kingdom of Kush. Flourishing here for nearly 1,000 years before collapsing in 300 CE, archaeologists excavating the region uncovered incredible preserved stone tablets from Kushite temples inscribed in a cryptic language, conveying the traditions of an ancient and once mighty African society. The ruins surrounding the Nile are known as the island of Meroe, named for the Kushites' capital city. This necropolis served as the burial grounds for Kushite kings and nobles before assailants destroyed the temples and tombs in the 4th century CE. Despite pillaging over time, excavations in the 20th century uncovered a trove of carved stone tablets still intact. These stelae were etched with the Meroitic alphabet, the oldest writing system south of the Sahara. The inscriptions provide a vital window into Nubian history, culture, and burial rituals. But frustratingly, most Meroitic texts remain untranslated. The language has proven exceedingly difficult to decipher. Only the pictorial carvings on tablets related to gods and kings allow glimpses into the Kushite worldview. Cracking the Meroitic code would illuminate how this powerful civilization thrived alongside ancient Egypt and met its mysterious demise. For now, we can only wonder at the messages conveyed in the weathered Nubian stones. But unlocking their secrets promises to reveal an important missing chapter of human civilization, now reduced to crumbling ruins. Number 5. Great Zimbabwe Ruins. The monumental stone ruins of Great Zimbabwe serve as the largest Iron Age urban center south of the Sahara. This elaborate complex was constructed over 3 centuries to become the hub of the Kingdom of Zimbabwe, dominating southern Africa from 1000 to 1450 CE. The massive walls, still standing today, provide clues into how this advanced early civilization took shape. Forgotten after its abandonment, the impressive ruins began attracting attention from outsiders in the 16th century. Portuguese traders learned of fabulous stone structures inland, built long ago by the ancestors of local Africans. During European colonization of Africa, debate raged over whether native Africans could erect such grand architecture. Even after archaeological excavations confirmed their construction by local Shona people, some still argued for external influences. The ruins incorporated 1,300 acres and housed 20,000 residents at their peak. Massive stone enclosures protected the ruling elite, while nearby dwelled commoners, artisans, and traders. Sophisticated irrigation systems enabled agriculture to sustain the city. Exquisitely carved artifacts attest to the Shona civilization's artistic mastery. But after depleting vital resources, the city was ultimately deserted. Number 4. Clarksdorp Spheres. Among the most bizarre anomalies uncovered on Earth are the perplexing Clarksdorp spheres of Otto's Dune, South Africa. Paleomineralogists have discovered over 200 of these small, finely grooved spheroids embedded within ancient deposits. Similar objects called Makwi marbles are found in the western United States. However, the Clarksdorp spheres are significantly older, with some dating back over 3 billion years. Geologists regard the spheres as natural mineral formations, though their concentric grooves and perfectly spherical shape are unprecedented in nature. Found buried beside quarries and in pyrophyllite deposits, the spheres range from half a centimeter to 10 centimeters across and are typically brownish or dusky red. Many feature parallel grooves encircling the balls, while some display bow-like indentations. Despite their anomalous features, lab tests on the Clarksdorp spheres show they formed naturally from weathering processes over eons. But pseudo-historians argue they constitute evidence of intelligent design by prehistoric cultures or even extraterrestrial visitors. Such conjecture remains unsubstantiated, yet the spheres continue inspiring outlandish theories about their enigmatic grooves and unnatural roundness. Number 3. Eye of the Sahara. Visible from space, the Eye of the Sahara stands out vividly amid the endless dunes of the western Sahara Desert. With a diameter of 40 kilometers, this bizarre bullseye structure perplexed astronauts when first spotted from orbit in the 1960s. Now known as the Rickhat structure, the huge concentric rings form one of Earth's most recognizable geological markers. The aptly named Eye lies in the otherwise desolate Taensraft region of central Mauritania. Its alternating light and dark bands stand out starkly against the arid terrain. Long hypothesized as an asteroid impact crater, scientists now understand the Eye of the Sahara was sculpted by natural erosion over millions of years. Uplifting of the continental crust first created a domed formation as the land bulged upward. As millennia passed, weathering by wind and water dissolved the weaker upper layers, carving circular channels. This steadily formed the Eye's dramatic concentric ridges as the more resistant rock eroded slower than the surrounding strata. Today, the exposed sediments reveal 100 million years of geological history, spanning the Cretaceous through the Eocene epochs. Fossils discovered in the area indicate the Sahara was vegetated and inhabited by dinosaurs in ancient times, before shifting climates created today's desert conditions. A marvel visible from space, the eye of the Sahara stands as a testament to the powerful forces continuously reshaping our dynamic planet. Number 2. Half human, half dog. Mythical creatures have populated folklore around the world throughout human history. Cultures worldwide tell tales of hybrid beings that are part human, part animal. Werewolves, centaurs, and sphinxes are just some of the interspecies amalgamations imagined in antiquity. But contemporary sightings suggest these may be more than just legend. Some contend creatures seemingly half human, half canine roam remote areas of Africa to this day. Reportedly bipedal, with both human and dog-like traits, so-called dogmen generate periodic eyewitness accounts across the African bush. In 2017, residents of Limpopo, South Africa, claimed to have frequently sighted purported hyena-faced dogmen, over 7 feet tall, prowling the region. Just look at this footage. These two creatures are definitely dogs. But for the third one, we can say the only thing for sure is it's definitely not a dog. Far from an isolated case, tribespeople in Liberia also tell of mysterious dog-like beasts inhabiting the forests. But without physical evidence or clear photo documentation, the existence of apparent dogmen remains unverified. However, Africa's vast unexplored regions provide plausible cryptid habitats. Number 1. Prehistoric cave art. The earliest examples of human artwork adorn natural rock walls inside caves across Africa. These elaborate paintings provide stunning windows into prehistoric minds and ways of life. Over 15,000 years ago, the beautiful tableaus depicted lively hunting scenes, rich with wildlife no longer found in those regions. But many also contain unsettling imagery that continues to confound researchers. Found in remote cave systems from Namibia to Morocco, the rock art illustrates human figures hunting with spears and capturing animals like elephants, rhinos, zebras, and antelopes. Intimate portraits show now extinct beasts up close, with fine details true to life. The cave artists clearly possessed acute observational abilities, along with advanced painting skills, using red and brown pigments. But intermixed with the common fauna are more mystifying creations. Strange humanoid figures appear with exaggerated or missing features. Fantastical chimeric creatures also exist nowhere in the known natural world. The seemingly ritualistic purpose behind these eerie images remains entirely speculative today, and their hidden meanings are likely lost to prehistory, along with the identities of the artists themselves. Which of these fascinates you the most? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for reading, and we'll see you in the next one.